Hello friends, so today we will start as usual. We have seen in last lecture unit number 1, the introduction about unit number 1, and we have seen the various approximate estimates or preliminary estimates related with unit number 1. So in last lecture we have seen introduction about unit number 1. Whether the screen is visible or not, please comment on the comment box. So from today onwards, or we have already started unit number 1, that is approximate estimates or various contents related with the approximate estimates. We have already started. So from today onwards, we will have little bit more about the unit number 1, that is the preliminary estimates. So as we have seen in last lecture about the preliminary estimates, so there were 5 methods of preliminary estimates, as we have already discussed in last lectures. There were 5 methods of preliminary estimates. Number 1 method was the plinth area method, in which the quantity of or the estimate of the building can be find out depending upon the square meters. The plinth area method deals with the square meter, that is where the plinth beam has been casted or where the plinth beam has been laid. That area to be calculated, we have to find out the length and width of that building area. So plinth area, in plinth area method, we can have the square meters. Same way in cubic content methods, the measurement can be done in meter cubes if the height of the structures may be of different. So at that time we can use the cubic content method, that is the second method of preliminary estimate, that is the cubic content methods, in which the height of the building is varying. At that time we can use the cubic content methods. Third was service unit method, in which service unit method, various services related with the structures. If it is a school building, so depending upon per classroom we can find out the cost of structure. If it is a hospital building, so we can find out per bed the cost of the hospital building. Same way if it is auditorium or theater, we can find out with the help of a per seat the cost of the building. So same way service unit methods. The fourth method we have already studied in last lecture was the typical bay methods. The typical bay method, it has been used in godowns, in warehouses, in railway sheds, in which the distance between the two pillars or two columns or the two steel columns, it is identical. So the distance between the two is nothing but a bay. But in typical bay methods, if the dimensions are same, so we can find out the cost of structure depending upon the typical bay methods. The typical bay method, it has been used in case of warehouses, godowns, or railway sheds, in which the distance between the two columns or two steel trusses, it is same. At that time the typical bay method, it has been used. And lastly, we have already seen in last lecture, that is fifth method, is approximate quantity methods. This is just a revision of what we have already studied in last lecture, that is the preliminary estimates. So it is just a review of what we have already studied in last lecture. So preliminary estimate, fifth method is approximate quantity method, in which we have to find out the quantity of structure or quantity of various item in case of structures below plinth level and above plinth level, that is substructures and superstructures. So substructures, we have to find out the different quantities, such as excavations, such as footings, steel in footings or concrete in footings below plinth levels. And above plinth level, we have to find out walls, the thickness of wall, the length of wall, the height of wall, and we have to find out the flooring concept, floorings, paintings, plasterings, slabs. So substructures and superstructures. The approximate quantity method is also an preliminary estimate or rough estimate or approximate estimate. So we have already seen in last lecture what is preliminary estimate. That is, in short, it is nothing but a rough estimate, or it is nothing but a approximate estimate, which depends upon which depends upon the knowledge of an engineer and depends upon its skill, how he is having a knowledge of the past structures or similar structures. Depending upon the cost of similar structures, we can find out the cost of the present structures. Depending upon the cost of similar structures, we can find out the cost of the present structure. So these are all nothing but the preliminary estimate. So from today onwards, we will have some problems related with the preliminary estimate. So it is requested all the students to have a pen and notebook so that we can solve the problems or we can understand the problems related with the preliminary estimates. So there is a compulsory question of 8 to 10 marks on preliminary estimates depending upon all the 5 methods we have already discussed. I've already discussed the 5 methods in short today. So depending upon this all 5 methods or depending upon 1 or 2 methods, so there is a compulsory question of 8 marks on preliminary estimates. So from today onwards, we will have the problems related with the preliminary estimates. So it is requested to have a notebook and a pen in order to solve the problems related with the preliminary estimate. As it is initial, so we will have a little bit easier problems, and afterwards, as we will proceed in our lectures, we will have the problems related with the university exams. So as today we will have basics regarding, or we will have some basics regarding the preliminary estimate problems, or there will be a little simple problems related with the preliminary estimates. So be ready with the pen and notebook. So there is a Excel sheet here. So in this Excel sheet, whether this Excel sheet is visible, please comment whether this Excel sheet is visible. Whether this Excel sheet is visible, please comment. So in this Excel sheet, we will okay. I will share the Excel sheet. Okay. Now it is visible. Now it is visible. Excel sheet is visible. Please comment. Now it is visible. Yes. So we will have some problems related with the preliminary estimate in order to find out the cost of our structures. So there is an Excel sheet. As today is the first, from today we will start the problems related with preliminary estimate. So it is the basics. So it will have some fast calculations, or it will have a little calculations. So now I will read the question, or the question it is visible. A person constructs a building of plinth area equal to 120 square meters on a plot of land in a locality at a cost of rupees, that is 12,500, 1 lakhs, 2,500. The floor height of the building is 3 meters and provided with a parapet wall of height 0.75 meters. Calculate the cost of similar building of plinth area 150 square meters to be constructed in some same locality by plinth area methods. So as I have already discussed that we have to have a cost of the structure of the similar building in order to find out the cost of a structure by plinth area method. First we have to know the cost of a structure having a similar somewhat similar rates in the sense similar locality. So here are the dimensions. So 120 square meter is the plot area, which is having a cost of this 120,500, and the height is 0.75. As it is plinth area method, so the height is not considered. In cubic content method, we are considering the height of the structures, or height of parapet or height of structures can be considered in cubic content method. But in plinth area method, there is no use of this height 0.75 meters. So it is just to confuse. There is no need of, or there is no use of this height. The floor height of the building 3 meters and parapet that is 0.75 meters. There is no use of these two dimensions. That is height of building and height of parapet wall. It is just to confuse because we are finding out by plinth area method. If it is used by cubic content method, at that time this height matters. So plinth area is nothing but 120 square meters. Construction cost is 120,500, and plinth area rate. So plinth area rate depends upon the construction cost divided by plinth area. Construction cost is 120,500 divided by 120. So what is the cost of building is nothing but plinth area cost is nothing but 1004.17 rupees per square meters. It is nothing but 1004.17 rupees per square meter. This is nothing but the plinth area rate per square meters. Then depending upon this plinth area rate, we have to find out the cost of the similar structures. So that similar structures can be found out by approximate cost of building of 150 square meter plinth area. So that is 150 multiplied by again this 150 multiplied by this 150 will be multiplied by this cost, that is 1004.17. The cost of the similar building is nothing but 150,625. This is simple and initial level problems. It is very much simple. Next is same way we can have a different problem related with this is nothing but that is prepare approximate estimate for a small residential building using the following data. Again, assume plinth area rate as 6,000 per square meter. Rate of plinth area is given as 6,000 rupees, and data is given as in table, that is serial number 1, that is drawing room. It is having a size of 4 by 5, numbers are 1. Similarly bedroom 2.7 by 5.5, that is again 2. 2.7 by 5.5 again 1, and 2.8 by 3, that is again 1. Again by plinth area method we have to find out the cost of the building. So first we have to find out the total plinth area. So simple way, it is nothing but the multiplications. It is nothing but the multiplication. So we are multiplying this. First we are multiplying LBH, that is length into width into as it is in plinth. So there is no concept of height, only length into width into numbers. So it is nothing but 20 for drawing rooms, square meters, bedrooms 29.7, same way kitchen and toilet. The total plinth area is 72.95, and it is multiplied by 6,000, that is nothing but the 437700. Again it is simple. Next is again same way. The next problem is again prepare an approximate estimate of a residential building of a plinth area equal to 1200 square meters. If the cost of building is yes, okay. Yes, it is visible. Prepare an approximate estimate of residential building of plinth area equal to again same 1200 square meters. And if the cost of construction of building with similar specifications, again the specifications are similar. as we have studied in introductions, there is a separate unit of specifications. So as the specifications are same, so we are finding out the cost of a similar building. The specifications are same. Specific description is same. Specification is nothing but specific description. So if cost of construction of building with similar specification is rupees 25, it is like for 1800 meter square of constructions. Again, same way, plinth area is nothing but it is given. Its cost is also given. Its cost is also given. Then plinth area rate is nothing but construction cost upon plinth area. The same way, it is calculated as we have already seen in last problems. The same way, approximate cost of building of 1200 square meter plinth area is nothing but this. Again, there is a different problem here. Yes. Again, there is a problem here, but this problem is related with the cubic content method. We have seen last three problems related with the plinth area methods. So initial way, we are finding out only the cost of the construction depending upon the plinth area and its plinth area rate. The plinth area will be multiplied by the plinth area rate. We can find out the cost of the construction. Same way, here we can find out by the cubic content method. Here the height of the building matters. So here a residential buildings of G+4 has been constructed in Pune having a plinth area equal to 150 square meters. Height of building is 13.6 meter above ground, which is given. That is 13.6 meters above ground. If cost of construction of building is 98, it is 1000 lakhs, 98 lakhs. Using 98 lakhs using method of cubic rate, prepare estimate of building of 12 meters height and area of plinth, that is 250 meters square. It has 4 floors. So here rate of construction on cubic rate basis, again same way we can find out. Construction cost is given as 98 lakhs divided by volume of building. Here we are considering volume. Why? Because cubic content method has been used. So plinth area we are considering, in cubic content we are considering the volume. So 98 lakhs divided by area into height. Area is given directly 150 multiplied by height of that building is given as 13.6. So area there is the rate of construction on cubic rate basis is nothing but 4,803 rupees. This is nothing but the cost, 4,803 rupees. So this is nothing but the cost of the structures, 4,803 rupees per meter cube. Same way, with the help of this data or with the help of this rate of cubic content, we can find out the rate of the similar buildings by approximate method. So 4803.922 multiplied by, that is area, multiplied by h, and important is multiplied by stories, multiplied by the story. So there are 4 floors. So for each floor we have to find out. So multiplied by 4, that is the total cost is 144,11764. This is nothing but the total cost. So this total cost is nothing but depending upon this. So this is nothing but again with the help of the cubic content methods we can find out the building cost of the building by cubic content methods. Same way, last is nothing but this problem is most important. This problem is most important. So we have initially we have seen the various small formulas related with the plinth area or cubic content methods. So here this problem is most important. That is, we have to prepare rough or approximate estimate or preliminary estimate of a town hall building having plinth area, that is 1,500 meters square from following data. So first, cost of the construction of college building is given as, or cost of construction of building is given as college, in the sense cost of construction of building. It is not a college building, but it is a town hall. The cost of construction of a building is given as this. Plinth area rate is given as 3,200. Special architectural treatment 2% of cost of building. So we have to have 2% of cost of building for special architectural treatment. The special architectural treatment will have 2%. Same way, water supply and sanitary, it will have 5% of cost of building. Electrical installation, it will have 14% of cost of building. Other services will have 6% of cost of building or construction. Contingencies and supervision charges. So these two are most important. These percentage depend upon the knowledge of how much amount is required for particular item of work. Special architectural exterior works, the total cost 2% is required. Cost of building 2% is required. Water supplies and sanitary, it requires only 5% of cost of building. But electrification installation, it will require 14%. So somewhat there may be change in this percentage, but near about this percentage of cost of building will be required for various item of works, whether it is architectural, whether it is water supply, whether it is electrical installation. It is not just as these are simple percentage, but this percentage will depends upon the experience, how much cost is incurred in producing particular item of work. So this has been fixed by various engineers, that 2% is taken by architectural, or 5% is taken by water supply, or 14% is taken by electrical installation, and other services will take 6% of cost of construction. And contingencies is nothing but unforeseen expenses. While in construction, many a times some amount is required for a particular type of work, which cannot be predicted at the time of estimations, or while making the estimation of building, we cannot predict or we cannot imagine that particular type of item of work. So for that, some amount is to be kept aside in order to move on the projects. Or in order to continue the projects, such amount is to be kept aside. Such amount is nothing but the contingencies. The unforeseen expenses amount is nothing but the contingencies. So it is taken as 3% of cost of construction is not there, but it is the overall cost of building. Let's see what is overall cost of building or cost of construction. But contingencies is 3% of overall cost of building. And lastly, supervision charges, that is engineers profit or engineers supervision. Being a civil engineers, our payments or our bills depends upon 8% of the overall cost of buildings. Supervision charges for engineers or contractors profit, it is also called as contractors profit or engineers profit, or supervision charges, it is taken as 8 to 10%. So here in this problem it is taken as 8%. So these are the given data. With all of this given data, we have to find out the cost of building by the rough estimates. The plinth area, as area is given as 1500 per square meters. Plinth area rate is also given 3200 town hall building. Cost of building, it is just a multiplication of both. That is plinth area into plinth area rates, and 2% is taken by this total of this amount, that is 48 lakhs. Its 2% is taken by the special architectural treatment, that is 96,000. It is being taken by the special architectural treatment. So it is nothing but, this is important, that is cost of building. So 2% of this total is nothing but taken by the special architecture. Same way for water supply and sanitary, it will take the 5% of this 48 lakhs. The 5% of this 48 lakhs will be taken by the water supply and sanitary, that is 24,000. 2 lakhs, 24,000. And next is electrical installations. Again, it is taken. It takes about 14%. So 14% of this, again 48, is nothing but 67,000. 6,72,000. And other services. If it is various services are required, then the cost is nothing but the 6%. 6% of this, again 48, is nothing but 28 lakhs 8,000. Next is overall cost. Overall cost is nothing but the plinth area's cost, that is cost of building. This yellow is nothing but the total cost, overall cost of the building. So this 48 lakhs. Next is 96, 9 lakhs 6,000. Next is 24 lakhs and 6 lakhs, and they are about 72,000. So this addition is total as overall cost of building is taken as this 69,600,000. There is 6 crores and 96,000. Okay. So now additional, that is contingencies, as I have already said, it is 4% of overall cost of building. So there is difference between the items from serial number 1 to serial number 4. It is from cost of building, whereas this A and B, is nothing but the contingencies and this supervision charges. It is from the overall cost. This overall cost is nothing but this part. The of this 4% of this is nothing but overall cost. 4% of this is nothing but 24,340. Again, supervision charges, it is 8% of the overall cost of building. So in this way, grand total cost of the building is nothing but 68,27520. This is nothing but the total cost or the grand total of the building. So these are the simple problems related with the preliminary estimate, or related with the plinth area method, or related with the cubic content methods. So these are the simple problems. Okay. So being today, as we have started the problems, so from next lectures we will have somewhat more problems related with this. So as you have seen these problems, so practice these problems, and from next lectures we will have some more problems on preliminary estimates, some more concept on preliminary estimates, or some more given data will be there, some more calculations will be there, some more calculations will be there. From next lecture we will have some more problems related with the preliminary estimates. So comment on the comment box whether you have understood these problems or not. From next lectures we will have some more problems on this related with the preliminary estimates. So here today we will end this lectures of this preliminary estimate. From next lecture we will have some more problems on preliminary estimates. So be with us. From next lectures we will have some more problems. So thank you. Practice these problems in home.